Hey everyone, this is Ryan Corcoran with Broadcast Buddy TV, the all-around go-to channel for all things broadcast television. And on this channel, it is our goal to equip you with the tips, tricks, and know-hows to help make you a better broadcaster. With that being said, let's get started. So, we are here on the next update video for the production truck. And as you can see behind me, we have made some major progress. But before we take a little bit of a look around, I want to take you back into the diagrams and show you a little bit of the concepts of what we were planning to put together with all this. And then once we do that, we'll come back here and see how it all is starting to shake out. So without further ado, let's head on over to the Lucidchart diagrams.
Okay, so here we are in the diagrams, and yeah, let's kind of break this down a little bit. So the big design point in question is going to be this up here. So what I want to do is effectively make 5 racks across the top of this area, which is going to house all of our gear, of course. And a lot of things up in the air with that when we were originally coming up with it. We'll see how it shakes out. But anyways, down here, we're going to have the video shader with his camera control units down here, intercom, multi-viewer to see all the cameras, and of course his scope, which is actually racked here. And with the cameras, you're going to see up here that I have blocked out a space for 3 more as we grow and we get some more cameras in here. And I'll do the same with the countertop for the camera control units. Routable monitor here for the engineer with audio, of course. And this could end up being completely stupid or the coolest thing ever. I don't know yet. But I found this curved monitor that can take 2 inputs and essentially split screen them side by side. So my goal is to take both heads of the multi-viewer and run them into each input and get like one fluid multi-viewer the whole way across. Again, might be totally stupid, might not work at all, but fingers crossed. And then of course over here, engineering PCs, PC I should say, screen 1 and 2. And we're going to stack these just for spacing and everything. And then of course intercom here. Very large UPS. We've got an 8 rack unit RPS coming in. Well, not coming in. Long story. We've had it for a while. We ordered it for a different job on the other side of the company and ended up not needing it. So we're going to put that in here. So that's sitting around. Anyway, so moving down the bench, we have audio. And you can see we're going to have our Midas M32 mixer in here, 2 multi-viewers, and of course a PC, as well as speakers and a window within the booth to look through. And coming down the bench we have replay. And obviously this will come a little bit later, but similar to how we did it in Icarus, the other trailer, I'm planning on mounting pipe here to the side of the wall, running it across, and then bringing it down into the desk. The only difference is this is going to be 2-layered. So we'll have a second pipe attached to the wall coming into a T at this point and then coming down into the bench, because I really like aesthetically how that looked. On this we're going to be running Ross Mira pluses. So we'll have a controller here, probably just to start with. We could always take the controller out of the other unit and if we needed to have a second replay operator, but this will be another kind of grow into thing. And then the multi-viewers there, of course. Sliding down the bench, graphics. So Ross expression and 2 screens, and again multi-viewers in the middle to stay consistent, and 2 that would be to grow into again for another expression when we get to that point. And then finally at the back of the trailer you have the director, technical director, and producer. 2 large television screens to house 2 heads of the multi-viewer, some more. Oh, and the difference between these color monitors, there is actually a difference. So blue is just going to be standard computer monitors, in which case, in this scenario, it's going to be HDSDI video running into a HDMI converter and going into this. These are actual broadcast monitors. So they have HDSDI inputs and are specifically designed for 3G video. So producer monitor, technical, TDMon 1, TDMon 2, which depending on the spacing, these might be a little closer to over here. Not too sure yet. We'll figure it out when we get there. But this is a touchscreen for the Ultrix Carbonate touch drive panel, and then of course some spots for some intercom panels. And where you see these 3RU panels, they're actually going to be here as well in these. And what I'm hoping to do is get them cut into the countertop and kind of countersink them a little bit in to give them a little bit nice of an angle, and also to kind of help on desk space. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is the inside of the trailer and kind of my designs for how I want all of the positions to look.
Alright, so now that we've taken a look at the conceptual diagrams, let's take a walk in here. And I just wanted to start from where we're actually parked while we're working on this. In our warehouse, we actually have 2 bay doors. The other trailer, Icarus, is actually behind that one. And this one now here is behind this door. So it's a pretty easy access just to open the door. We have some plastic draped over here just to kind of help with the air conditioning. And let's go ahead and take a walk inside. Sorry, there's going to be a drastic change in light temperature. But yeah, this is where we're at now. So you can see already we got the ceiling. We'll start here. The ceiling basically done. So the air is all in place, framed out and everything like that. Of course, we're going to figure out what we're going to do for sound dampening and all of that. And then down here we have some of the framing. So based on the charts, right, I'm actually standing where the front desk is going to be. And that's what this stuff is on top here. This is actually the wall that's been framed out, and the desktop, at least support, that's going to be put here for the director and the producer. So you can see the entire wall is framed out and just ready to go in. We're just kind of avoiding doing that right away just because of that's going to kill our access straight into the warehouse. We're kind of holding off on that as much as possible. You can see we got some of the light light switches cut in, and probably will be readjusted once we get some carpeting. But this whole back thing here is actually going to be storage. I think I mentioned that in the previous update video, but from this wall starting here going across, it's going to be just storage. So we're going to put our cable reels back here, hopefully some peripheral cases for cameras, and just whatever else we can fit, just to save some space and also counterbalance the weight while we're traveling as far as having the racks in the front. So moving forward, we got these desks basically framed out. The next thing we're going to be doing with them is, of course, finalizing the measurements for the countertops and getting those orders placed. The people we did or used last time when we were in a very similar time crunch did really well in getting those, so I'm going to reach out to them again here probably today. Of course, got a chair for reference while we're building this just to make sure everything makes sense. And then as we're coming through here, we have most of the audio booth framed out. So very similar to the other one, we're going to have a window so we can look through and maintain eye contact with the director producer if needed, as well as to look forward and see any of the multi-viewers. But slightly differently, what I want to do in this one, and you saw this in the charts, is we're going to have a set of monitors here in front of where the actual mixer is going to be sitting. So multi-viewer, and then kind of angled here will be a computer to get into things like Dante routing and the audio mixer interface, the M32 Edit, which is the Midas M32 is what is going to be the mixer that is going to be here. Also going to have a little bit of an elevated countertop here. so that seemingly from the mixer to the second countertop, it'll be kind of flush with it, so it'll be kind of up to the mixers. I've seen this on some other trucks, and I really like how the design looks, so that's kind of what I'm going for. Obviously, we'll get the door in eventually, and here, the moment you've all been waiting for, probably not, but I think it's exciting, is my design for the 5 racks at the top. So this was very questionable when we were originally thinking about this, like, well, can it support it? You know, do we need like a center column going down the center? Hence the center, I guess. But it looks like everything is going to be good. The only additional thing that we need to do yet, and I'm waiting for the rest of these rails to show up. They're 12 RU rails. I got another set that we're going to build a frame in the back just for adding additional cable management and everything like that. But there's not going to be a lot of load on those. Most of it's going to be in the front here. But if we need to add support for anything, we certainly can. Underneath, this will be closed off, of course, and I'm not sure if I'm going to put lights there or if I'm just going to put some LEDs behind the monitors. But again, we're going to have some monitors coming across here and hopefully a nice curved screen with dual multi-viewers in it. But video is going to be here with the camera control units, and engineering will be here, just so it's a lot easier to get out and hurry if we need to. We actually really thought through some of the air flow here as well. So we have the air coming out, of course, out of the distribution, and I'm going to have 2 RU fans in the bottom of each of these, which will hopefully draw the cold air in. They're going to be intakes. And then we have some of the main returns for the AC unit back here in the, I guess I call it the back wiring rack, wiring closet, I guess. So as the cold air is pushed through into the back of the racks to keep everything cool, everything else will be pushed back out and then returned back through the air, and hopefully that's going to keep everything nice and chilly. So yeah, aside from that, that's mostly what we've been doing is framing of everything, and it's going to be very, very exciting once everything is finally framed. Then we're going to probably move to getting the carpet in and getting that final wall put up, and of course once the countertops get in, it'll be very, very nice.